Hi Pisces, this is Healing in Reach Tarot. This channel brings you messages from your soul to realign you into balance, peace, love, and best case scenarios for decisions in your life. So welcome back if you're a subscriber here, and welcome if you're new. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Pisces for the month of July 2020. If this reading in its general nature does not resonate with you, I am available for private readings. The link below will direct you to how to sign up for those. I'm also a body worker and energy healer of 20 years, and I'm also offering at this time distance energy healing. These sessions powerfully connect you to your soul to clear blockages and any energies that are hindering your connection to more love, wisdom, deep peace, self-empowered higher states of consciousness. So consider checking that out also in the link below. Last and not least, I have body butters for sale. They are really light whipped mango butter body butters. Mango butter is rich in antioxidants. It also is very soothing and healing. It has a properties of vitamin A, C, and E. E reduces scarring. Vitamin A increases brightness, so does vitamin C. It's very regenerative, very healing, increases elasticity in the skin. 8 ounces. It's also very soothing for conditions like psoriasis, eczema, bug bites, sunburn, all these kinds of things. So you can check all that out in the description box below as well. So let's get started with your reading, Pisces. So what soul messages do we have coming in for the sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Pisces for July 2020. What soul messages do we have coming in for the sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Pisces for July 2020. What soul messages do we have coming in for the sign of Pisces for July 2020? What soul messages do we have coming in for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Pisces for July 2020. Soul messages. Ooh, I get 2. You. Okay. Oh goodness, this is so fun for you, Pisces. We get imagination and illumination. So imagination I'll put on top. That way we're not confused. Imagination's on top, illumination's on bottom. Imagination. Meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary house cat, but in fact he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from a far-off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. He is constantly recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Today he is purple and green, but tomorrow he may be made of might be made of flowers, and the next day he might have stars for eyes. That's so Piscean, having stars for eyes. We are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for Z. So then we have illumination. Meet Glow. She shines her warm light into our dark places. She illuminates our fears and our shadows, giving us the courage to face them, to unravel them, and to bring healing. Sometimes it may seem easier to take the long route around the dark forest within, but Glow knows that true ease comes from presence, not avoidance. So carry her with you as you journey into the depths of your heart and your soul. Let her loving light warm the places of shame, hurt, sadness, disappointment, anger, and guilt. She can turn the darkest, twisted forest into a golden cove of love. So, creative imagination, playful imagination, and deep healing by illuminating the dark places, not being afraid to go into them, not being afraid to honor them, and to find their healing properties as you honor what's there for you, Pisces. So these 2 soul messages coming in for you powerfully for July. Sorry, you're my last sign that I'm doing, and my voice is kind of going now. All right, what's the tarot messages that we have coming in for Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Pisces for the month of July 2020? What soul messages through tarot do we have coming in for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of July 2020? What soul messages do we have coming in for the sign of Pisces for the month of July 2020? All right, so I'm just going to sit here with this for a minute. Bear with me to let my right brain connect to my left brain to channel these messages for you. Right off the bat, I feel like you're valuing hard work. I feel like you're coming from a place of, like, you were looking, and you still look for emotional fulfillment in fantastical places. It's kind of your nature as a Pisces to do that. With a sense of adventure. But you're learning how to value things that are more solid to bring you happiness. You're coming into a new phase where you're recognizing yourself and how you look for happiness in things that don't necessarily deliver, or they're not that grounded in delivering happiness. Like, you're starting to learn how you do that as a Pisces, and you're learning how to put your energies into more solid pursuits that bring you happiness from a grounded place. I feel like you have a lot of self-reflective energy going on lately, and you will continue that energy. There's a lot of self-reflection going on for you around happiness. Around what brings you happiness. How do I bring in more happiness in a reliable manner is what I'm hearing. How do I not only bring it around in a reliable manner, but how do I create it like the Emperor? So what is coming through is this crowning card of the Emperor. This is the sign of Aries, but this is this energy of Emperor, like commander. Like, he knows his world, he knows his universe. He knows what everybody's doing in his universe. He knows what all the subjects are doing. He has command over them. He knows his light side. He knows his dark side. Enough to be a strong leader. So this energy of leadership around your life is what you are looking for. This is this goal that you're holding in high regard. This overarching feeling of creating happiness from a very Emperor-like status in your life. Okay, so just to start from the beginning, you're coming in with the Seven of Cups and the Prince of Wands. So this represents you as the seeker. You're coming in from that fantastical energy of Seven of Cups. Cool thing about the Seven of Cups is that it's very has a lot of richness in terms of possibilities, but it doesn't have a lot of foundation. So yes, it's creative. Yes, it may be fulfilling. Yes, it may be fulfilling to fantasize, but it's not as fulfilling when the fantasies disappear. So that's the energy of the Seven of Cups, is like fantasy and dream states, and so you're coming in with this energy. You're coming from that place. And it's very, very representative of a Piscean soul to have that dreamlike quality operating. So you're coming in, showing up like that. And then the Prince of Wands is this creative, fiery, imaginative energy, imagination. So I feel like these are boons to your personality. It's not that these, you're coming in like this because this is who you are. And it's almost like I feel like this reading is saying, well, yes, okay, acknowledge that that's who you are. Acknowledge that as a Pisces, that's where I come from. One of my strong suits is to be fantasizing all the time or dreaming all the time. That is one of my strong suits. That is who I am. But okay, I'm coming in with that. But how do I ground? How do I plant the seeds of actually creating a more grounded structure to bring those fantasies into life, to bring through that happiness even more reliably? As your advice cards, I'm going to jump right to them because it really talks to that. You get the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. So both are earth energies, grounded energies as your advice cards. So the 7 of Cups moving into the 7 of Pentacles is from fantasy to fruition. So the advice is to bring those dream horses, you see them up above her or him, and then they plant as beautiful seeds into the ground, manifesting abundance, manifesting projects completed, manifesting money, manifesting dreams coming to life. And then the 4 of Pentacles is stability. So I feel like the overarching theme is learning how to bring fantasy into practical fruition, or feeling stability that in that way, feeling happiness through stability. So my room is getting hotter and hotter, so I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Maybe I'm feeling like you, Pisces, like overworked and over fantasized. Okay, so right, and illumination, as the soul message that came in the beginning, is talking about like illuminating the dark places, illuminating being honest with yourself around who you actually are and how you actually operate. And so, moving into more earth energy in your near future, you get the 3 of Pentacles. So it's almost like the dreams in her heart become projects in her head. But they're not just like mental aspirations that disappear, as a mental air sign might do it, but they're grounded. So there's like projects happening and a lot of wheels turning and a lot of manifestation from the dream state in your heart into practical projects in your head. Like, how do I get the right brain heart projects into my left brain action projects? If that makes sense. Like, how do I keep doing that? I feel like you already have been doing that, but that's going to increase to a reliable, well-oiled machine even more in your near future, Pisces. That's awesome. Very awesome. And so what this is bringing in your self position is the 3 of Cups. So we're moving from the 3 of Pentacles, and then what that brings to you in your position and how you see yourself is the 3 of Cups. So a lot of celebration, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Happiness and joy and celebration around completed projects. So you're going to start to really appreciate and see yourself in this energy. This energy is available to you around your self-imagery even. There's so much joy because of this groundedness that you've brought into your dreams, bringing them into fruition in a reliable manner. Okay. 4 of Cups is coming around for your environment around you. So this is people, places, and things around you. Traditionally, this card is about disappointment or dissatisfaction. What I'm seeing for you here, the message that's coming through is pause, Pisces. If something feels dissatisfying around you, pause, because I feel like there's a veil. If you look, there's like a veil around her. And I feel like that's what jumped out at me. And it's saying you don't see the full picture yet because of that veil. So go within, keep meditating, stay centered, keep looking for your fulfillment from your own inner chakras aligning. There's something about disappointment emerging from not seeing the full picture, or seeing through a veil, seeing it through maybe the past, the way we see our life. It's kind of hard not to, and that's sort of our lessons, is like we tend to impose what we've been through into the future and onto future situations. So just pause. It just feels like a little bit of a warning to just, if something feels disappointing or dissatisfying in your outer environment, just remain in meditation about it. Pause. And I feel like something new will emerge when you do that, or something more refreshing or more enlightening or less dissatisfying will emerge from that pause. You get the Seven of Wands in your hopes, fears, and dreams. Sorry, I'm just letting a lot of information kind of come into my mind from this card. I'm waiting for it to click. This feels like the Magician card to me. So interesting. It's not the Magician card, it's the Seven of Wands. But there's something about the stars and then the circle of rocks around him, that as the stars are, like, it's almost like that Seven of Cups energy of fantasizing, as they fall to the ground, they create like a circle of passion around him that creates almost like a force field of groundedness and passion towards your goals. So this feels like a blueprint for you in how to manifest and move forward. That you would allow the dreams to be planted or to fall to the ground, and to create that grounded structure around you, which ignites your passion, which connects you to like passion and groundedness together. And not only does it create like a foundation of happiness and stability, happiness coming from stability, happiness from dreams being realized, it creates a force field around you. So this card traditionally is about defense, being somewhat on the defense, but what I see here is like force, like a force shield. It's like a protective force shield around you. So as you keep focusing your life in this way, it's going to protect you and help your vision clearer up. If there's any situations that haven't felt clear to you. As the final outcome card, you get the Hermit. So the overall energy is one of a spiritual nature, one of going into solitariness to really deeply listen within. So your final outcome is, in the month of July, you're moving into this energy even more deeply. So everything we've talked about has been a lot of outer energy. So I think by the end of July, though, you're going to move into maybe more of a need for some rest and some deep solace with yourself, and to allow that light within to shine again brightly and to kind of clarify. Like I see, it's almost like, the way that you leave something alone and it begins to clarify on its own or something like that, you know, that energy of clarification through that process of stillness. So you're going to be learning a lot in the month of July around activity and creating joy and stability and bringing dreams into fruition. But then by the end of July, I feel like there's going to be this need and this beautiful return, really, though, to your solace and more rest and more receiving stillness and wisdom within again. So coming into more stillness out of a lot of activity. So Pisces, I hope this was helpful for you. If this resonated, please hit the like button so more Pisceans out there can hear it, if these messages are needed for them as well. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to receive more messages from this channel. I wish you so many blessings, so much light, so much success and love in all of your pursuits in the month of July. I hope to be back in mid-July for a checkup reading, mid-month checkup reading, and until then, many blessings and much light.